I mean, it's been a great start. We still got a lot of hockey left, so we don't want to get ahead of ourselves. But we're happy with the product that we've received from Tampa, the players, the coaches. Everything's been, grade A, and I think we're positioned to be playing hockey for a few months to come.
Yeah, exactly. That's one of the things now. The affiliation's almost a year in. Just your thoughts and everything. How it's been to work with that organization and how things are going from top to bottom in the organization.
Well, you're never guaranteed to win, no matter who you partner with. But what we always hope for is to be in a partnership that's really a true partnership where, the NHL team is considerate of what we need and vice versa. And, I can't sing the praises high enough for the folks in Tampa, from Stevie Eiserman to Julian Brisbois to Pat Verbeek to, their entire administrative staff and certainly to our coaching staff. I mean, they really get it. They're very inclusive in everything they do. They include us in. There's a lot of dialogue. There's a lot of idea sharing. And, there's no question that, when I get a text from Steve Eiserman, after we've won, a game saying it's good to get the boys back on track, but we still got some work to do, it really shows you that, he's on top of things. I mean, I got a phone call on New Year's Eve from Steve, but he was calling me in between periods because he was watching our game at Wilkes-Barre on the internet. So, you really get an indication that, right at the top level, they're watching what's happening in Syracuse. Certainly we're watching what's happening in Tampa. And, we're a team. I mean, it's one organization, the two of us, for sure.
Yeah, no question. And certainly, this team's been so fun to watch this year. Just not even talking about, a lot of the winning and things like that. Just a fun team to watch. Speak to that aspect of it as well.
Well, I guess in a way we've been spoiled because, I don't think we've ever had a team in 19 seasons where we really expect to win every game. I mean, this team is, like I said, highly skilled, well-coached, tenacious. They never stop working. I mean, the effort's there 60 minutes. And we've kind of become spoiled because, when we lost the game on Sunday when we could have, if we had won the game, we would have the best record in the entire league. And losing it, we felt that, almost like, whoa, disaster had set in. So, the team's performance certainly to date has raised our expectations, has raised the fans' expectations. But I think really what I've found is that to a person, fans of the game come up and say, this is the best hockey we've ever seen here in this building. And this team is the best team we've had. And, our fans over the course of, the 19 years have come to recognize good hockey and bad hockey. And for them to say that, the effort's great, the talent's great, the team is well coached, really, echoes what we've been thinking since we partnered with Tampa.
And a lot of certainly play this year comes on Cooper. I've been getting calls in the sports office. People ask me, hey, is Cooper going to come with the Buffalo Sabres now? But I think they're scarred from Morel and leaving for the Bills. Speak to, when you're getting calls like that, obviously, the fans really appreciate the job Cooper's been doing. I guess speak to that aspect of it, too.
Well, yeah, certainly. When we had read that Lindy Ruff was let go from Buffalo, we were all on high alert. All you have to do is watch any National Hockey League game that's televised. And, last night, folks at NBC were promoting John Cooper. The job he's been doing down in Syracuse. So, this is a guy that is on a fast track. We never expected to have him for a long time. We don't expect, to have him long. We just hope that he's got one more American Hockey League championship in him here in Syracuse, and then we'll bid him a fond farewell. But Coop's a talent. He's won at every level. He's got a very rare, in my estimation, unique relationship with players that you don't see these days. I mean, he's got every guy in that room that'd be willing to literally run through a wall for him. They believe in him. He holds the players accountable. And when you've got a coach that's able, a lot of guys know the X's and O's. They all do. They all, know the systems. A lot of the systems are the same. But when you have a coach that can connect and get the most out of talent, that's when you know you have something special. And when you look at a player like Andre Palat, who was overlooked in one draft, he was the last round pick in the year he was drafted, and now he's playing in the National Hockey League. And, the Corey Conigas and the P.C. LeBrise, guys who weren't favorites, weren't the high picks to make it, you got to give a lot of credit to two places. One, to the scouting of Tampa, who realized potential in a player or players that a lot of people didn't see the potential, and then the coach, who was able to take that talent and get the most out of it, and that's Cooper.
That's awesome. And then, the other thing reports out there that Utica might be getting an AHL. So what's your thoughts on that? Not only, I know you can only say certain things as an owner, but what can you say about it, and how would it affect the Crunch having a team that close?
Well, I could tell you, as being an executive board of the American Hockey League, that we've not been approached in any formal manner from any group looking to put a team in Utica. So I know there's been rumors, I know there's been speculation, but nothing's come to our table, to the league as a whole as well, about any kind of purchase, transfer, or lease of a team to play in Utica. Having said that, we would certainly be thrilled to have a team less than 50 miles down the road. It'd be another great rival for us. But, it's all speculation right now. And until that happens, there's really not a lot we can, think about moving forward. But, Syracuse has proven to be a good hockey market, certainly on the college level. Whether they can support a professional team in this day and age of the American Hockey League, that's something that would have to be seen. But we have not been approached as a league formally with any application. If and when that time comes, certainly we're a team that would be supportive if the right ownership group was in, if the right plan was in place, if they had the right lease agreement with the building. A lot of things have to happen before you can put a team in. We learned that, and I think a lot of other markets have seen that, it's a lot of hard work. You don't just put a team and open doors up. It takes a big effort to make it work here, and so time will tell.
Yep. And last question, and thanks for the time as always.
Sure, of course.
Certainly a milestone, as you mentioned, coming up for this team in a couple of weeks. How awesome is that? And for me, it's really cool to think about, 'cause I grew up here. I went to the first game and all that stuff. How cool is that for you guys to reach that point?
Well, it's great. On March 22nd, our game against Hamilton, we're going to be celebrating the 1,500th regular season game in Crunch history. And right now we're making efforts to bring back one or more players who played in that inaugural game here in September 1994. So, again, it's been talked about over and over when we first came to town that we were walking into a hockey graveyard here in Syracuse, and that expectations were very low for this franchise. That we'd be one and done, or we were lucky we make it 2 years. It'd be a miracle if we made it 3 years. We're finishing our 19th year. We're excited about year number 20, and again, in a few weeks, game number 1,500 regular season. And we get to play it at home. So we've got some things planned, hopefully bring in some former great players that played in game one. I think our fans will be thrilled to shake hands, meet, converse with those people who, again, your first team is always a very special team. We didn't win a lot of games, but we won a lot of hearts. And I think that the efforts of that team and our staff paved the way to get to where we are now 19 years later.